Hey, it's Ben here from Trutune. We're here today in Wharncliffe Woods doing some demoing some prototype inserts today, getting some feedback from local riders. So if you haven't heard of us at Trutune, we make these suspension inserts which clip into the air chamber on your fork. The whole idea behind this is to increase the range of compliant suspension. So what we're trying to achieve is super supple off the top, which monoforks are very good at anyway, and we're tuning the mid-stroke, so you get much more support here and much more compliance at the end of stroke. And not only that, it significantly reduces the harshness you get on fast compressions, often comparable to the likes of a coil.
From that one run,
Yeah,
in the berms,
yeah,
which is probably the weakest part of my riding,
yeah,
felt beautiful.
because it's not flowing through.
Yeah,
That's why.
I didn't feel like I was getting over the front end.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised at the difference I've managed to feel in the few runs I've done it. So the difference being traction through the rough stuff, the front end seems to be more stable.
Yeah.
Sits high, the grips. So
Yeah.
the front end isn't diving into its track.
yeah. So what does it do to the air fork? So firstly, it increases the effective air volume, which in itself isn't that much to shout about, but it's what actually you can get from being able to do that, which is more air pressure. Now, if you have more air pressure, you get more support in the mid-stroke. If you've got more support in the mid-stroke, you tend to ride a bit higher in your travel, and that's also riding in the most compliant bit of travel that you have. When you get through that travel, you tend to hit a hard wall of air, particularly with the use of tokens. This flattens out that curve, so it makes the end stroke much more compliant. One thing that's not often talked about in air suspension is how you get a different spring rate depending on the speed of compression. So a fast compression is 40% stiffer than a slow compression. And when I mean fast compression, I mean like hitting a big G out like a drop to flat or sharp edge rock or something like that. So exactly where you want your suspension to be compliant and supple, you're getting a harsh wall of air. Our insert drastically reduces that, what's known as the adiabatic effect. So it makes fast compressions far more supple, much like that of a coil fork.
I'm quite impressed with its small bump sensitivity and most of all its support in corners, which I find myself over front of a bike a lot in steep stuff because I kind of do right front brake. But with extra support, what this is giving me in middle, I'm finding myself quite neutral.
I put the Trutune on and it's made a big difference.
The whole idea has been to do some back-to-back testing. So we've got them made sure they're set up in a good position on the bike, everything's working well as standard. We've dropped our insert in, made the necessary tweaks to bring it into line, and then done laps. Come back up to the top, see how it goes, couple tweaks here and there, but overwhelmingly it's been a great response and really good to get people on the bike. So if you've got a group of riders, a club or just a bunch of lads or girls you ride with on a regular basis and you're interested in trying these products, then give us a shout. We'll come to you, get you set up and do some laps and go from there.